Something is wrong. Something is wrong. I'm talking about, about life. Something is wrong. When we go to speak with the people, we have projects, and then when we face reality, then it looks like things take the control of the situation, and afterwards, generally, it's not exactly the result we were expecting, we think that we can control. I think this is it. We want to control life, and we think we control life, and then we realize we have been controlled. So it makes there is a kind of a suffering. We don't have, a high, the same level of life. There is always a moment where we suffer, not big suffering, light sufferings, but I'm curious. I'd like to know if there is a way to live without having these, highs and lows, But the point is that there is always something that doesn't fit, There is, even when we speak to the people, sometimes we have a good conversation, but we know that nobody understood anybody, That's like if something escapes, something escapes. And I really think it is because of the words. Because of the words, of course. The words like this. And you look at me all the time. That's something else. I speak with you all the time. Even if when I am silent, and I speak with you in my head, and we have a kind of a dialogue, a non-stop dialogue. And look at me. I have nothing. I have just my words. I have my pipe. I have my books full of words. And you looking at me all the time. I have only the words to build my life. I build my life with the words. I put the words all around me, everything, I see words everywhere. And then these words just mix, make sentences, make ideas, feelings, and all these words together have a result, and then they have consequences, and I am obliged, I have to live with these consequences, the consequence of my words. And at any second, you will be here looking at me, judging me, and most of the time I have to explain myself to you, to tell you why I am doing this, why I am doing that, and of course, I know what you think about me. I know your opinion. I know this, and it's a kind of a bothering, but you are always here, and I speak to you all the time. Hello. Yes, I wanted to show to the people the way how I recorded all this movie. It was not a professional movie, but I recorded it with a cell phone. So this is the cell phone. So, but the problem is that it is filming, so I can't show it. I mean, sorry. If I use a mirror, oh, that's a good idea. Yes, let's see what I can do. So that's right. Yes. Here you can see the kind of cell phone I've used for this movie. You can see it here. Yes. Okay. Like this, like this. So that's it. Now you see it. Okay. So that's it. I wanted to show it, and now you know what kind of technology I have used for this movie. It happens that I had a dream. So at this exactly moment, I just wake up. At the moment that she is almost looking at me, almost smiling to me, then I wake up. Well, and the point is that it's not the first time I'm having this dream. That's what makes me think, because regularly, maybe every night, I have this dream of this woman in the woods, in the middle of the river. She must hold within herself all the secrets of the universe, there placed on the rock among the elements, with as abundant water to refresh her, and all the plants of the woods to nourish her. There is in her eyes the strength of love, and she could painless read what moves my heart and my soul. She must have come from ancient roots and speak to the trees like the wind does, walking barefoot on the soil at a subtle pace, cuddling the world with her smooth and tender hand. Her skin must be as soft as my mother's one at the time of my birth, desire to suckle it, to lick it. Her kisses must have the taste of the rose, humid of rain, and when, at the river's edge, she takes out her dress, it is to offer 1,000 of unknown pleasures, so intense as the ones of the Lorelei, and they would be fatal. Besides, will I need to live after knowing her? I need to do something. I need to do something. I need to find this woman. I need to find this woman. Where can I find this woman? Where can I find her? What do I know about her? What do I know? I know that she lives in the woods. She lives in the woods in the middle of a river. She lives in the woods in the middle of a river. Where? The question is where? Where can I find woods, river and women? It is obvious. Yes, it is obvious. I know where she is. She is in Sweden. In Sweden, there are a lot of woods, a lot of rivers, and a lot of women. She is in Sweden. I need to go to Sweden. When you watch a film, you watch words. I was speaking about words earlier. By the way, if it wasn't words, you wouldn't watch it, or you couldn't see it. Here we have water, a river, the reflection in the water of a restaurant and a cathedral, the tallest cathedral in Scandinavia. I'll give you more words just in case you wouldn't have them yet. And beyond the words the film shows you and the words I'm telling you, you put your own words. You're wondering what kind of film you're watching, or you think that it reminds you something, that it is nice, that it isn't nice. The water is like a mirror, but a mirror transforms. The cathedral doesn't go to the center of the earth, it goes to the sky. It wants to be an aerial for God. When I think about the fact that we live without at any moment being able to see ourselves directly, to look at ourselves like the others can do, the mirror distorts us. We are inverted, and the camera goes through a screen. But from birth to death, we will never see ourselves truly. when I say that we put words everywhere around us. Look at this couple of western jackdaw, a species that doesn't show any physical difference between males and females, and with all faithful for life. What an amazing condition! Now, this is what I imagine when I see them.
Hey, come back, don't stay here. This guy is weird, isn't from here.
But there's food, there's food. Food is good.
Come on, come back. There are a lot of people around.
Yeah, but there is food. It doesn't look mean. Don't care if you're watching me.
Don't go too near, don't go too near.
Come on, let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh, finally you came back to reason.
Come on, don't look back. Don't look back, take it easy.
But I haven't eaten anything.
Excepting that jackdaw don't speak. Animals don't speak. Animals have no language. Animals find their way through signs. They have a direct connection with the world. Not us, human beings. We have language between us and the world. This scene must be more like this. So watching my film or watching your life, it deals in both cases with an illusion. It is your reality. You can't see what is behind language, behind the words. we imagine with birds, we also imagine it with people. We look at the people and we imagine things about them. People look at us and imagine things about us. We can't look at the people without putting words on them. However, we know absolutely nothing about them, like they know absolutely nothing about us. Okay, that's fine, but it happens that we also imagine things about ourselves. We say, yes, I'm like this, I'm like that, although we have never seen ourselves truly face to face, except through screens, and very probably we don't know much, even absolutely anything about ourselves. I do not forget, of course, that I am here to find the place where lives the woman of my dream. I see her everywhere, but can't meet her. As she lives where there is water and trees, I must go out of town. And here I am, in the countryside. The nature, the lake, the water, the woods, the trees, the sky, blue, the clouds, white, the wind, the air, pure, a nice painting full of words. Most of the people like these words, even though some of them prefer swimming pool, bathroom, apartment, wallpaper, air condition. But don't come and tell me that one likes the contact with nature, because nature, we can't feel it anymore because of the words. We are not birds. From the moment that a being speaks, that it has a language, it sees, it feels only words. By the way, we say that in the universe there is life only on planet Earth, because we have the words for our life. We don't have words for the life on Mars or on the moon. And when we look for something in the cosmos, we look for things from our vocabulary. Water, for instance, we look for ETs that look like us. But how could we see them if we don't have the words to describe them?
From all the lies that I told, and I know he has your private number, and soon he'll make that vicious call. Well, I know the leak is going to tell you there ain't no puppy in your league. So now he'll fertilize the roses dancing through the garden. And what a garden I have made. And now the death will grow my jazz.
I have noticed that people who speak a different language build different houses. When two countries don't speak the same language, their houses don't have the same shape, the same colors. Let's say that architecture varies according to the language. We build our houses with our words, and if the words are not the same, well, the houses aren't either. There is nobody on the streets in Sweden. People are very nice, houses are very nice, but people stay in the houses. I've found a river. A tree. And a weird thing. but not the woman of my dream. I found a word that I don't know. I'll ask Katarina some explanation. Vet du att i världen människor säger att Sverige är en paradis. Att människor är mycket glada i Sverige.
Ja.
För att de lever lagom.
Ja.
Vad är lagom?
Det är ett svårt ord att förklara. Men det är ett ord som vi i Sverige använder väldigt ofta. Man säger ofta att svenskar är lagomma. Och vi tycker om det som är lagom. Och det är jättesvårt att förklara.
Men vad jag förstår det är inte mycket och inte mindre.
Nej, det är som någon slags balans.
Balans?
Ja. Inte för mycket, inte för lite.
Lagom. Lagom. Och tycker du att svenskar lever så här?
Ja. Kanske. Du vet, svenskar är väldigt... de flesta svenskar, ska jag säga, är väldigt... de är lite reserverade. Ja. De lever inte ut så mycket. Utan de är lite reserverade och lite artiga och lite försiktiga. Och de lever inte ut så här. Utan och det är lite lagomt.
De vill inte visa till andra människor, jag är med eller...
Nej.
Okay.
Utan då är man lagom. För i Sverige, åtminstone den del av Sverige som jag bor, så ska man inte sticka ut. Man ska inte sticka ut, för då kan folk tro att man är märkvärdig. Utan man ska vara lite lagom. Tror jag. Förstår du?
Jag förstår.
Då vad jag menar med lagom. Men det är ett svårt ord att förklara, för det finns liksom ingen engelsk motsvarighet till ordet lagom. Det är nog väldigt typiskt svenskt.
För att till exempel i många länder människor vill alltid mer och mer.
Ja.
Men kan inte ha allt och är inte så glad för att kan inte ha allt. Förstår du? Men svenskar är glad med
lagom.
med mindre saker.
Ja, nej. Men vi har ju så mycket här i Sverige. Vi lever ju ganska bra. Materiellt lever vi bra. Vi bor bra. Vi har bra samhällsservice. Vi har en trygghet i samhället. Om jag blir arbetslös så får jag pengar från staten. Vi är väldigt omhuldade, skulle jag säga. Att vi är väldigt trygga i vårt land. Vi har det bra. Och nu tror jag i och för sig att svenskar också vill ha mer hela tiden. Men vi har ju... Basen är ju ganska hög. Vi har det ju bra. Vi lever bra. Vi har bra materiell standard. Folk tjänar mycket pengar. Man kan leva gott i Sverige.
If the Swedes don't have an extroverted nature, it is perhaps for this reason that we don't hear a lot about them. Like, for instance, this Karin Boye, born in 1900 and who wrote Kallocain 10 years earlier than the famous 1984 of George Orwell, and that describes very similar things. What makes me think that for every person whose name has been written in history for his words or for his acts, at least 100 of individuals, likewise brilliant, have been left in the shadow. Oh my God, I believe that it is because I am in Sweden that the dreams of this girl in the middle of the river, in the woods, are becoming, more frequent, you know. I dream almost every night. And I was speaking about a kind of a suffering in the beginning, you know, and I think we should listen to the words of Karin Boye.
Ja, visst gör det ont när knoppar brister. Varför skulle annars våren tveka? Varför skulle all vår heta längtan bindas i det frusna bitterbleka? Höljet var ju knoppen hela vintern. Vad är det för nytt som tär och spränger? Ja, visst gör det ont när knoppar brister. Ont för det som växer och det som stänger. Ja, nog är det svårt när droppar faller. Skälvande av ängslan tungt de hänger, klamrar sig vid kvisten, sväller, glider. Tyngden drar dem neråt hur de klänger. Svårt att vara oviss, rädd och delad. Svårt att känna djupet dra och kalla. Ändå sitta kvar och bara darra. Svårt att vilja stanna och vilja falla. Då när det är värst och inget hjälper, brister som i jubel trädets knoppar. Då när ingen rädsla längre håller, faller i ett glitter kvistens droppar. Glömmer att de skrämdes av det nya, glömmer att de ängslades för färden. Känner en sekund sin största trygghet, vilar i den tillit som skapar världen.
I go to the north. I go where there are more forests and more rivers.
things up in my head. I think them through in bed before I rise.
Even so you seem to think I'm out of line. Even so you seem to think I need advice. Tripping now and then, but don't forget they say you learn from your mistakes. I wanna learn, and if not now, then baby, when baby, when I wanna learn.
Here I am at the Gulf of Botnia's edge, north of the Baltic Sea, not far from Finland, and I'm lucky because it's town's festival. I observe the people having fun, the human entertainment, which is basically buying a lot of things, eating just junk food, listening to music, looking for excitement, and above all, to feel together, close to the others, at the right place. very nice, but I'm not here to watch fanfares. I have to find a wood and a river. I must find the woman of my dream. I told you that the only thing we could see around us was words. That with our words and our imagination, we build our world, our reality. What prevents us to see what is behind it. You're gonna tell me that it doesn't please you, that we can't live like this, and as any normal human being, you want to know precisely what is behind. This obsession about knowing what there is behind the hill, what there is at the bottom of a cave, what there is under the clothes, well, what they don't show us. But this language that blinds us is also here to protect us. Fortunately, we have our words. We couldn't stand for long the force of what surrounds us. Sometimes we can have a short contact with the unknown. This short contact generally horrifies us, and even if it deals with something wonderful, we get the feeling that we won't stand it for a long time. This contact unsettles our symbolic order, the way we had tied our words together. But soon we put new words on the things and arrange everything in order to be able to continue living. So I go towards the forest, and on my way, some 100 meters before entering the woods, I meet the unexpected. A tiny sign shows huge buildings where stored Facebook's data. In this so remote place of the world, just beside me, are squeezed the words of more than 2 billion people's life. I like this, I like that, I don't like. He told me this, she did that to me. Look at me, I love you, I hate you, my holidays, my dog, my cat, uncountable quantities of stored words that have generated depressions, suicides, crazy loves, incredible stories, revolutions, celebrities, impossible encounters, exceeding heavily poor little Mark Zuckerberg's expectations, whose name means sugar mountain in German. arrive at a place built for the observation of birds. Open. I am at 100 kilometers from the polar circle, at the same latitude corresponding to the place in Alaska where Christopher McCandless died in August 1992 when he was 24 years old and I was 17. Born in a conventional American family that had decided a brilliant future for him within society, he had left everything to travel the country looking for something more essential, more true. He died from hunger in an abandoned old bus carcass in the middle of the forest. Death. Nothing better than a walk in a graveyard to feel alive. If there is something absolutely sure in our life, it's that it will end badly. We will die. We know it. We don't know when, and we live like if it's not gonna happen. We're afraid to be dead, and it's stupid, because when we will be dead, we won't know it. Perhaps just before dying, we'll be aware about it and say, fuck, I'm gonna die. But just after death, we won't know neither that we are dead nor that we have lived. We won't have words anymore for that. This tragic destiny, however, this death is what makes us accept the aggressions of life, because we know that there will be an end. Death tells us that we are nothing but words, because it will take them from us, that we have to use them while we have them, and the most important, that it's possible to leave our words to the ones who remain in order to amuse them and make them revive us. I give you my words, you, the one who is watching me. You're now the heir of my words, the spectator of my selfie, my friend on Facebook. As for the woman of my dream, it's time to look for her somewhere else. I told you that everything is an illusion, that you put words all around you and then you see what you call a reality, what you call your life. And I also told you that my film was made by words. There are my words, the words you put on my film. And then I told you that there was no difference between your reality and my film. But it is possible that you don't believe me. That you think that you are real and I am not real. That you live in a reality and I am a fiction. You may believe that you exist and I don't. That your life is true and I am false. On the other side, let's say on my side, I know that you are watching me. And I could say that you don't exist, that I am real and you don't, that I exist and that you don't exist. You know the way I look. I mean, you know my face. I don't know your face, but I know that you are there, because if you weren't, I wouldn't be here. Of course, if nobody is watching me, so I don't exist anymore. But I think I exist, so you exist too. So you're going to say, yes, but it is a fiction, it is a fiction, a fiction yourself. I'm here because of you. So I think, because you're looking at me from far, you know, the guy is there. It is a fiction. It doesn't touch me, you know. Maybe you think like this, but if you didn't watch me, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't exist. So you have to take some part of responsibilities in the situation we are now. And if I watch my movie, does it mean that I am you because you're watching me? And my woman in the middle of the river, who is she? Everything is getting quite complicated. I think I need to get some advices. I need to speak to people who think. I'm going to speak to the French. The French think all the time. Well, it's the wrong time, but it's the right place. You know, what I've read in my books about the French shows that they're kind of smart people. For example, this Marcel Proust. This man writes, let's say, the bonds between ourselves and another person exists only in our minds. Memory, as it grows fainter, loosens them, and notwithstanding the illusion by which we want to be duped, and which, out of love, friendship, politeness, deference, duty, we dupe other people. We exist alone. Man is a creature who cannot escape from himself, who knows other people only in himself, and when he asserts the contrary, he is lying. The bonds between ourselves and another person exists only in our minds. We exist alone. Man is a creature who cannot escape from himself, who knows other people only in himself. And when he asserts the contrary, he is lying. He is lying. We're lying. I am lying. You are lying. But if we cannot escape from ourselves, then it means that we are lying to ourselves. We're lying to ourselves. That's why the truth is angry. She has a whip in her hand. She screams. She wants to beat us. The worst thing is lying to oneself. We are able to ruin our life by choosing living in the lie, denying the truth, while our only salvation is to find her. Even if we know the truth, we deny her. We hide her from ourselves. We lock her deep in us. We don't want to see her. It makes the truth furious. The truth is a woman. She comes from a well. There is water in a well, like the water in the river. Is my woman the truth?
Yeah. Anyhow, I bought a painting from them. And I also have bought...
One could believe that the truth dwells in Paris. All the world comes here. We can listen on the streets words from all around the world. They are people born somewhere on the planet who decided to go somewhere else to see what happens there. Are they looking for the truth? Are they looking for themselves? Like I go elsewhere to see if I'm there? There is indeed a river in Paris, but it doesn't look like the one of my dream. A city where art expresses itself. Someone said that art reflects our time, that it is a picture of our time, that through it we can understand better ourselves, understand our time. But what are we supposed to understand when at the International Contemporary Art Fair 2018 in Paris, we find this painting, which price is 125,000 euros. Is our time empty? Are we empty? Are we deprived of substance? Because here, there aren't words anymore. The word white, maybe, the canvas. What impresses me more is the price, 125,000 euros. I would have to work every day for more than 10 years to be able to afford it. An empty and expensive time. I'm going to ask Marilyn why so many people come to France.
Tu sais que dans le monde entier, tout le monde admire la France. Que tout le monde a envie d'aller à Paris.
Oui, mais bah,
monde...
ça je comprends. Enfin, oui. Je trouve ça chouette que les gens aient envie de découvrir notre pays parce que.
Oui, non, mais je veux dire que la France, comment dire, elle fascine.
Oui.
Beaucoup de gens dans le monde.
Ouais, mais je trouve ça. Ben, on a beaucoup de choses historiques, il y a beaucoup d'endroits très jolis, et un espèce d'art de vivre. Tu vois, le truc à la française, là.
Ah ben justement, oui. J'ai l'impression que les Français parlent beaucoup de la nourriture, de manger.
Ouais.
Ça prend beaucoup de place dans la vie des Français, manger.
Ouais. Ben, alors, je sais pas, mais j'ai l'impression que c'est encore, j'espère que ça va durer, on prend le temps de ça. Tu vois, il y a quand même ce truc de... les moments du repas, c'est un moment partagé, donc on se pose, on prépare et on mange ensemble. Tu vois, c'est pas le truc vite fait, chacun dans son coin, c'est encore un peu le truc où ici c'est posé quoi. Enfin, en tout cas quand on a envie de se faire plaisir et quand on a envie d'être avec les gens quoi. Les repas c'est super important pour ça.
Mais j'ai l'impression que en fait, les Français, ils se... Par exemple, on dit un repas d'affaires, un dîner amoureux. Ouais. C'est le moment où les Français ils parlent. Ils se parlent.
C'est vrai.
On fait rien sans avoir un truc à manger.
C'est vrai. Non, c'est vrai. Mais c'est super important et il y a plein de moments comme ça. Enfin, moi, je trouve dans mon travail où il y a des choses très très importantes qui se passent au moment du repas. Qui se passeraient pas sur des réunions normales ou des choses comme ça en fait. Ça déclenche vachement de trucs en fait.
Par exemple, tu sais que quand les Français ils vont à l'étranger, par exemple, ils n'aiment pas rencontrer des Français.
Non, mais ça je m'en suis aperçue.
Ils disaient pas, ah vous êtes Français, oui ben nous aussi et tout ça, ben asseyez-vous ici et tout. Pourquoi?
Ouais, je trouve que ça fait tout de suite, je sais pas. Moi, ça m'est pas arrivé. À chaque fois que j'étais à l'étranger et toute seule, j'ai jamais rencontré de Français. Ou alors, enfin, si, j'en ai rencontré, mais de loin. Je les entendais parler français.
Oui, t'es pas allé les voir pour leur dire ah, vous êtes français?
Surtout pas. À ce moment-là, je me taisais et j'essayais surtout qu'ils pensent pas du tout que j'étais française. Parce que, tu vois, genre par exemple, en Italie, sur une terrasse, il y a un groupe de Français qui est arrivé et tout de suite, ils parlaient très fort, ils étaient limite désagréables et tout, et je voulais juste pas rentrer en contact avec eux. C'est horrible. Non.
Les Français se comportent un peu mal des fois à l'étranger, non?
Ouais, je trouve. Genre on arrive et c'est bon quoi.
Et oui.
C'est chez nous.
Un peu des colonisateurs.
Ouais. On arrive avec cette espèce de truc. On arrive, on est là, on a le droit d'être là et on se pose pas la question. Moi, je fais l'inverse. Et je veux surtout pas parler à d'autres Français. Bon, après, ça peut arriver de rencontrer des sympas, mais...
Maybe it's normal if the French don't like to see themselves where they think they are not. Since early life, we define the world around us in a negative way. What we see, what surrounds us, is not us. We create a world divided between what is us and what is not us. What is me and not me. So we don't like so much to see what is us among what is not us, especially if this us isn't our best us. When I see in you something from me that I don't like so much, then I don't like you anymore. You aren't enough not me and too much that me I dislike. There are rivers and woods in the south of France, but not the woman of my dream. We use words in order to speak to each other. I wouldn't say to communicate, because generally we don't really understand each other. Let's say that it's common to create links with other people through words. It's interesting to notice that in this region of France, whose name is Occitania, a long time ago, people didn't speak French, but spoke the Languedoc, the Occitan language. It is known that you can control people by stealing their language or changing their words. Therefore, by force, leaders made everything to substitute Occitan language by French. Some will say that the Occitan language still exists and is spoken, but it isn't the same. It is poor, lacks soul. Its R's don't roll as before. But if we look our time when it is a trend to tell people what they may say and may not say, a time when a lot of new weird words come to our lips, can't we fear that this will affect what binds us to each other? Human relationships are becoming worse. We can listen around. We don't talk to each other as before. Well, yes, what can destroy us isn't perhaps the air pollution, the poison in our food or war, but indeed the deterioration of our words, as I haven't told you yet, build our reality. Here am I in the mountains where the rivers have no way to be horizontal, what reduces the hope to find the woman of my dream, and I wonder about the human experience, yes, the human experience, the fact of having been born without consent in a human body, provided with a language among a lot of things, without having any concrete idea of what we have to do. Oh, of course, there are many people to tell us what to do, but they don't have the same words. Everybody has to build his own sentences. Because it's a unique experience, it's serious. It holds the possibility to become a beautiful poem that we can't spoil if we don't have the right words. Or if we let the words of malicious people invade us. Words build our desires. Bad words, bad desires. And it's a catastrophe. Fortunately, I have the right words and my desire has never been so clear than the one to find the woman who lives in the middle of the river.
Alice, você pode falar onde que estamos aqui?
São Tomé das Letras.
São Tomé das Letras?
Sul de Minas Gerais.
Sul de Minas Gerais, Brasil.
Brasil. Nasci em Poços, mas fui criada em Cruzilha, mas moro aqui já tem muito tempo. Desde os 15 anos.
Desde os 15 anos?
Isso.
E como você pode falar dessa cidade? São Tomé. O que é para você São Tomé?
Eu gosto muito daqui. Aqui é uma cidade muito mística. Mística, né? Uma cidade... Eu acho que aqui é uma cidade mágica.
Uma cidade mágica?
Eu imagino que sim. Aqui parece que as coisas se transformam de uma maneira diferente. É uma cidade bem tranquila. É um lugar bom para se viver. Aonde também é bem precário os recursos, tipo de trampo, né? Trabalha muito e ganha pouco. Eu acho bem explorado.
E você acha que as pessoas mudaram assim, vamos dizer, de 10 anos até agora, assim, você acha que as pessoas mudam ou a mesma coisa?
Eu acho que mudou sim, tipo essa juventude de hoje, eu acho que tá com uma ideia bem diferente do que era antes, sim.
Como assim?
Tipo, jeito de pensar, outros tipos de ideologia. Eu acho que mudou de 10 anos pra cá.
Mas o que, por exemplo? Dá um exemplo. O que eles pensam hoje, os jovens?
Não sei, pelo que eu convivo com eles, assim, pelos poucos que eu convivo, eu acho que eles mudaram bastante, tipo, racismo mesmo, tipo, esse lance aí de homossexual, essas fitas eu acho que é mais respeitado hoje em dia, sabe, do que antigamente.
Então
esse lado mais da humanidade, assim, de ser humano mesmo, eu acho que é bem mais respeitado do que antigamente.
Então é positivo, na verdade?
Sim, com certeza. Eu acho que o lado bom é esse. As pessoas pensam de outra forma, né? De uma forma boa, eu acho.
E as pessoas, assim, em geral, o que você acha das outras pessoas? Do povo em geral?
Do povo em geral? De São Tomé?
São Tomé, ou do povo que você conhece, assim. Se você compara a sua vida com, tipo assim, como você acha que você pensa como todo mundo?
Não sei o que as pessoas pensam, mas que todo mundo pensa. Mas eu penso que a vida não é fácil para ninguém, entendeu? E a gente tá aqui para ser cada dia uma pessoa melhor. Pelo menos eu tô tentando ser uma pessoa melhor a cada dia e espero que eu consiga, né? E acho que respeito, que a gente tem que aprender, acima de tudo, é respeitar mesmo as pessoas, né? Porque respeito é a base de tudo, eu acho. Que falta. E o que falta muito é o respeito.
Então você acha que as pessoas não respeitam?
De jeito nenhum.
De jeito nenhum?
Não tem respeito. A maioria finge que respeita, mas no fundo não tem respeito.
Porque a gente fala que o brasileiro é um povo assim, muito acolhedor, muito legal, tudo, não é verdade isso? Que os brasileiros são muito humanos, assim, sabe? Isso é a imagem que eles têm no mundo.
Que passa, mas é verdade. Mas não é em geral, né? Pena que não é em geral, né?
Porque os europeus, por exemplo, são muito mais frios, assim, não vão receber você assim como...
É porque eu não conheço a Europa, né? Mas realmente, aqui é muito mais caloroso, né? Porque o que a gente ouve falar, até eu que já convivi, né?
Você já conheceu europeus?
Seus, né?
Já conheceu europeus?
Dá pra ver que são pessoas mais frias. E não tem nada a ver mesmo, o tipo de povo daqui é bem diferente do pessoal de lá, né?
Então, você que conheceu as duas pessoas, os europeus e brasileiros, assim, o que você acha as diferenças?
Então é isso mesmo. Eu acho que aqui é mais caloroso. Eu acho que a gente já não tem aquele lance. Eu não sei, acho que é o jeito deles, né? De ter aquela inibição, né? De ser mais inibido, mais contido. E a gente aqui não é mais contido, não é mais inibido. Fala demais. Fala o que pensa.
Fala que o mineiro fala muito.
Fala bobeira. Eu tô falando agora.
Fala que o mineiro ele fala muito. É verdade isso, é?
Mais do que os outros. Palavrinhas. Não sei, é mais do que os outros?
Sim. Mineiro fala muito. Sempre falou assim, você vai num restaurante na Minas, é 1 hora para comer e 1 hora para conversar com o dono.
Eles adoram contar as histórias, né?
Por que o mineiro fala tanto?
Aí eu já não sei, deve ser porque a gente gosta de contar histórias. As pessoas gostam de prosear, de bater um papo. Porque quando... as pessoas são muito hospitaleiras, assim, tem um coração muito bom, pessoal daqui.
Mas você falou mal antes, né? Você falou que não, que ninguém respeita ninguém.
Não, tô falando no mundo em geral, né? Se for ver, né? Mas se for ver, é isso que rola. Não tem respeito. No modo geral, mas aqui em São Tomé ainda existe, sim. Entendeu? Aqui é diferente.
Beleza.
E é isso?
E aí, se você pudesse falar alguma coisa assim para o mundo, para as pessoas, se pessoas do mundo inteiro pudessem escutar alguma coisa que você gostaria de falar para o mundo. Porque esse filme vai ser feito em 3 idiomas. Em português, em francês e em inglês. Que você tem a possibilidade de falar alguma coisa para o mundo.
Mais amor. Eu gostaria no mundo inteiro, assim, mais igualdade.
Mais igualdade.
Mais igualdade social. Uns têm muito, outros não têm nada, né? Eu acho que tinha que haver mais igualdade. É isso que eu acho.
Sim. Beleza. Certo, tá ótimo.
Ai. Tem umas meninas lá.
Social inequality. San Tomé das Letras. Saint Thomas of the Letters. I'm getting deeper into the words, because now I'm getting to the letters. San Tomé das Letras. Is it because of the social inequality that I can't find my wife? Or maybe because I don't find my wife, there is social inequality. Because let's think about it, with all the technology we have nowadays, everything we are able to do, how can't we build a fair society, an equal society? And why do men and women don't understand each other? Why?
Maybe because of the words.
Because of the words. Because of the words. The women and the men don't share the same, don't have the same relation with the language, with the words. Women on one side have a kind of relation with the words, and the men on their side have another kind of relation. Actually, this is so obvious that nobody sees it. That's it. Women deals with words in a way, men deal with words in another way. And this creates all the social inequality. That's the solution. If I find my wife, then I will solve all the problems of the world, all the social inequality in the world. How in the world is that possible to be transported like this to Brazil? I don't understand what happened. I was in the ruins of Monségur's castle in France. I think I slipped, and it's like the stones absorbed me, and when everything became clear again, I was sitting on the stones of São Tomé, Brazil. We have here the proof that we don't control that much what happens to us in life. But all this must have a meaning. It hasn't happened for nothing. It must be because my woman is somewhere around here. And there are plenty of wood and rivers in Brazil. Woman! Woman! This place reminds me a lot Sweden. It's exactly the same kind of truck, and the same vegetation, the same birds singing, the same soil. Woman! Maybe she has already seen me coming and wants to surprise me, to play with me. She's hidden somewhere behind the bush. At this exactly moment, I understand that I will never find the woman who lives in the woods in the middle of the river, the woman of my dream. I won't meet the woman of my dream, simply because it's only a dream. You don't meet your dreams. Words stir in the mind, build pictures, desires, dreams. But I'm still convinced that she is the truth, the one towards I go, this inaccessible horizon, this mesmerizing infinite that attracts me and makes my heart beating. The reason why you watch this film, looking for words as answers to your questions. And if you don't find any answer in this film, then you'll watch another film. And in my case, I will look for my woman in another country. And if at the moment when death shows up, demanding the entirety of our words, we haven't found yet what we were looking for, it doesn't matter, because on the way we'll have sown thousands of words, and our glory will be everything we have done in order to never arrive, to never know this desire that urges us.